Coming soon to own on
YouTube and Twitch.
Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we watching my least favorite horror movies. Tune into the Twitch, Mozzie9, link in the description. You know, we watching this live, so come join us.
A brand new video. So yeah, this channel is honestly pretty positive. I don't really make videos about things I don't enjoy, and I tend not to watch things that I think I might not enjoy. But you know, sometimes there's movies that slip through the cracks, and I'm honestly not a huge fan of them. And some disclaimers before we start. This is all my personal opinion. Don't take it too seriously. And this video is sponsored by me. Please subscribe, and no more wasting your time. Let's get into this. The first movie up is the Poughkeepsie Tapes. And one of the main reasons I absolutely hate this film is that it started my first ever YouTube controversy. I was canceled, alright? I was pronouncing Poughkeepsie like Poughkeepsie, and dude, I get comments to this day telling me that I pronounced that shit wrong. And yeah, you know what? I deserved to be canceled. My career should have ended right then and there, but it didn't. Thank you guys for not burning me in a fire. But besides that reason, this movie is just complete and utter dog shit. Now, I'm not going to leave it at just that. Of course, I'm going to tell you specifically why. But this stems from a long branching issue in horror films. And that is the art of trying way too hard. Now, I don't want to admit it, but I've seen this movie 4 different times. The first time I watched, I saw a TikTok probably back in 2020 saying, "This movie is one of the most disturbing films you will ever see." And usually I'm very skeptical about that. But I don't know, the way that people were describing it on TikTok and the images I saw when I was looking it up really persuaded me to watch this film. Try it out, get disturbed. And when I used to do movie nights back on Discord, you know, during the pandemic, we were all inside. I watched this film with some viewers. I have never cringed harder in my life. This movie is trying so hard to disturb the audience, to make you feel uncomfortable, that it's laughable at best. It is not scary. It is completely and utterly boring. You can tell the main villain serial killer in this film is trying so hard to be scary by screaming and acting crazy. I'm getting chills of cringe just talking about it. The camera effects make absolutely no sense. They're putting so many filters over this digital camera to make it look like it's a shit camera, and it's almost unwatchable at points. It's such an ugly film. Quite literally, none of it is believable besides like the FBI portions of it. I thought that stuff was done kind of okay. But yeah, not a single part of it scared me. Not a single part of it made me uncomfortable. And yeah, I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times. The first time I watched it all the way through. The second time I was like, oh wait, I forgot how not scary this movie was. The third time was for a video. And the fourth time was me getting footage and images for a video. So you can't say it's a lack of me not trying, because trust me, I've tried. And I feel like this movie gets recommended so much. I feel like I'm the minority here. I don't understand it. And once again, if you love this film, good for you. I just wasn't a fan of it. And yeah, let's move on to the next film in this video.
Trap. I ain't never seen this one.
Let me preface this next movie with saying that I am a M. Night Shyamalan lover. I've told you guys this a million times. This dude is like the only famous person I know that's come out of the area of where I live, and also maybe Kevin Bacon. I'm pretty sure he's from around.
Hey man, we all miss sometimes, man. It's all right. It's all right to miss a movie or two
around here. And Signs was such a transformative film for me as a child. It was one of the first horror movies that really put the genre on the map for me, made me want to learn more about it, made me want to feel the feelings I felt in that movie. And I love the fact that, you know, Hollywood kind of threw him away and he funded his way back up to the top. And he can do whatever the hell he wants with his movies. I do not care. But if you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me Trap was not an advertisement for his singer-songwriter daughter, I cannot look at you with a straight face. I feel like there's more of her singing and bad acting in this film than anything else.
Rachel, listen to me. Your husband is the butcher. Cooper is the butcher.
That was rough. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't it. They should have did a retake. Like sometimes when I see bad acting, and it's bad acting with a good director, you should have known like, nah, that ain't it, bro. You gotta redo that. I feel like that's kind of on director.
Josh Hartnett in this film is the only redeeming quality. Usually when I watch an M. Night Shyamalan film, I'm kind of looking for the twist, something to catch me off guard, but you can see this shit coming from a mile away, 2 miles, 12 miles away. And I know there's going to be people who say this isn't a horror movie, that it's a thriller, that it's a... No, if you look it up, it's categorized as a horror film. And also, I've seen some things about that this movie is don't take it too seriously. I wasn't. I genuinely was looking at this film not with rose tinted glasses. I wanted to have a good time, and I went into this film knowing it wasn't going to be very good, but my expectations were absolutely destroyed. It is so unenjoyable.
that bad?
It's so boring. The fact that both of M. Night Shyamalan's daughters make it into this film, and a majority of it is around his main daughter. That's a weird thing to say. I forget what I put on the letterbox.
favorite
review, but it
daughter.
was something of this movie was an hour and 45 minutes of the M. Night Shyamalan family tree advertisement or something. But yeah, the whole concept is built around his daughter, who's a singer. They have actors like Kid Cudi in this film. They have Russ. They have a bunch of music people,
Yeah, that's that wealth. Cause how did he get Kid Cudi on this?
music producers, famous music stars. It just gives me the nepotism ick. And there's also like advertisements for his other daughter's film, The Wild.
Yeah, see, and that's what it on. Like, all nepotism isn't bad, but it's like you gotta earn your stripes. You can't just be, you know, throw into the big pool and expect them to swim. You gotta earn your stripes just like everybody else. You just got a little much better of a head start.
Watcher or something. I don't remember that being very good either. And the story is, although it's not completely nonsensical, and it's just such a boring story. It's not engaging. It's not very creative. I mean, the first like 1/3 of the film, you know, it's kind of fun, I guess. Josh Hartnett kind of figuring out how to get out of this scenario, and then it just falls off a fucking cliff. I will never watch this movie again. It was the longest hour and 45 minutes of my life, and if you enjoyed this film, good for you. I already see the comments coming from a mile away. I'm terrified to upload this video, but I don't care. These are just my opinions. But let's move on to the next film on this list.
Separation.
Next up is a movie I'm pretty sure nobody here has ever heard of. It is
I
called
definitely have not.
Separated. Oh, my bad. It's called Separation. I genuinely couldn't remember. This was like one of the first horror movies that came out during the COVID times, one of the first ones to hit the movie theaters. And I'm not basing my opinions off of Rotten Tomatoes, but this shit has a 7%. I don't think you understand how bad that is. A 7% is genuinely impressive to get on Rotten Tomatoes. I could probably upload a video of me rubbing my feet with baby oil. Oh, maybe that's not a good. I could probably film myself shitting into my hands and clapping and somehow distribute it to movie theaters and probably get higher than a 7%. So the synopsis of this film reads, after the untimely death of his wife Maggie, Jeff and his daughter Jenny are tormented by unexplained paranormal activities that threaten the lives of everyone around them. And it's going to be kind of hard to talk about this film because I don't really remember a whole lot of it. Besides that, I'm not going to lie, low-key, there was a part in the film where I was like, that's a cool idea, and it literally lasted for maybe exactly a second. And it's this guy right here, this little Joker-looking dude crawling on his back. That's about it. If you're ever on TikTok, you actually might see a clip of that, and it's a complete catfish of the film. If you see that clip and you think it looks like a good film, good scary film, it's not. Now, if you just want to know my opinions, yes, this might be the worst horror movie I've ever seen, and you can click off the video now.
I think this, from the sound of the movie, I think it would probably been better off as like a short horror film. Probably if the right horror filmmakers, short horror filmmakers, if Alter had their hands on this, they probably would have did it a little bit better. Way much better, probably.
About this movie. My girlfriend that I've been with for 4 years now, we saw this movie on our first date. Completely empty movie theater, not a single soul in there. And it was genuinely one of the best times of my life. Although this movie is called Separation, it brought two people together. Come on, guys, tell me I didn't kind of eat that shit up right there. That was kind of a cold line, right, guys?
Nah,
and
you
we were
cook
just
with that one.
laughing at this movie the whole entire time, especially when the wife gets hit by a car. I know that doesn't sound very funny on paper, but if you were there, trust me. I'm actually going to do something crazy here, and I'm going to recommend this film. Watch it with friends. It's on Tubi for free. Of course it is. Get some friends together. Get some drinks. If you don't drink, orange juice or something. And just be ready for one of the worst horror films you've ever seen, period. And it's weird because this guy has directed movies that I enjoyed, like Orphan First Kill. I actually really liked that film. But this guy, his track record is fucking insane. He has a horror movie with 6%, which was The Devil Inside. He made The Boy. He made The Boy 2. This guy's averaging.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how they keep giving him. He in 2023, he's 65 on Rotten Tomatoes. He's on it. He's like on the incline a little bit. 31, 11, 7, 70, 65. Ooh.
Like
Yikes.
maybe a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. And you know what? Take this as a lesson. You can make dog shit movies and make it in the industry. So maybe not all bad things lead to dead ends.
He's right.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap up the
doing
video
his
now.
thing.
I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm working on something a lot bigger than this video. This is kind of, I don't want to say a filler episode or a filler season, but I needed to give you guys something. And I also needed to take my mind off of what I'm currently editing right now and just rant a little bit. So I really hope you enjoyed.
Blah, 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 blah. Them horror movies, I'm not gonna lie. The last one wasn't even that bad for him. It was just it's probably the way it was directed. Because from what I was hearing, it probably would have been better. The script itself probably would have been better off as like a short horror film. But see y'all both later.
Life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth. Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa, come on and sing it with me.
Sing?
The words relate to the key.
Key?
If it's a pattern, then just repeat after me. Life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth. Life and death and